The game of football that we played is way different than what they play now in terms of it was real violent. I mean, every snap. I don't know. I mean, the running backs and the passing, all that's still pretty much the same. But the blocking, the tackling, it's totally different. You know, the game we played, it was highly violent. I mean, it was seriously violent. Every snap, every play. I mean, when we went out to practice, first thing we did every day was do a tackling drill. Now, a tackling drill, like, you pair up with another teammate and y'all get about 5 yards apart. One person is the tackler and the other person is getting tackled. And you stand there and you put your head behind your back and you duck your chin because the person that's getting tackled had to do this. And now the person that's doing the tackling, he has to come with a running start, get his nose and put his face mask right in your chest. And you were taught to hit and go up and drive that person to the ground. Then after you did him like that, he did you like that. You know, it switched over. But, thinking back on it, man, I mean, the tackling part was very important, but getting tackled was important too, Because if you don't know how to get hit, if you can't take a hit, you're not going to be able to give one. Plain and simple. I mean, but the game that these guys playing, it's a bunch of pushing and all this. For example, I played defensive end, and I always had a tackle or a tight end in front of me, or it was always somebody. But the first person came off that ball, I was taught to take this forearm right here and stick it up in there, go up under their face mask and hit them in the chin, pushing their helmet back, grab them by their shoulder pads right here, and slam them to the ground and get ready for who's running that ball. See where the ball's going. Is it going to be a pass? Is it going to be a run? In West Rome, we had a hell of a team, man. And like I say, we were tough. Like Charles Weaver said, we were tough and we were mean. And our whole purpose was to hurt somebody. Thinking back, I never thought about college and going pro or nothing. I just wanted to win. I wanted whoever lined up in front of me, I wanted to hurt their ass. And I'm talking about put something on them real good. I mean, and that's pretty much was the key to our success. But we were taught a lot of good technique and form and all of that. That's why we focused on tackling drills and stuff like that. But the game today, it ain't. I was looking at some film while I was doing some research, trying to look up form tackling. That's what it's called. And now what they do, they make you grab them around the waist and twist them and fall to the ground. Tackling is totally different. It was not to you, but through you when we hit you. That's what we were taught. You go through that man. And like I say, the tackling was just as much important to us as getting tackled, being able to take that lick. And man, our kickoff and specialty teams, punt teams, they were so violent. Because like kickoff team is like you get all your speed up, you full speed, and you running all the way down the field to catch that guy or whoever gets in front of you. We were taught to bust the wedge. Normally on the kickoff, 5 or 6 guys will get in the front and they'll run back and they'll get shoulder to shoulder and form a wedge. Oh man, we love that because I'm going through that wedge. I kicked the ball off and I ran down there and tried to make the tackle. And most of the time, I had to bust the wedge up. And they got a 250 or 300 pound lineman right up there because they know I'm coming all the way wide open. But they say, you can't do that no more, But it ain't the same game, man. It ain't, the violence has been taken out as far as the ferocity of that front line, that offensive line, that defensive line. You know, those are the baddest people on the field. The toughest and the meanest. Them running backs and them wide receivers and that quarterback, you know, they got to be fast. They got to be tough too, because we coming after 'em. But the game we played, it was real violent, man. It was real violent. I mean, you were taught to play with concussions and broken fingers, sprained ankles, messed up knees. You know, that's one thing the game taught me, that if I'm sick, if I'm hurt, and I got a job to do and I got to go make money, I'm going to get up, because I was taught that from football.